Joe Bushman. Joseph Wilhelm Papa Joe Bushman, born April 6, 1925 in Wattenscheid, passed away October 13, 2015, was a German jazz musician and restaurateur. He ran several music venues in Cologne. Bushman, who grew up in Cologne, founded a salon orchestra at the age of 15, which he worked on until graduation. After the war, he studied in Munster and incidentally appeared almost every day as a pianist in British officer casinos. The idea to combine music with gastronomy, he could realize only after the opening of a small hotel 1956 in Cologne, in whose beer bar Bushman himself acted as a bar pianist. Bushman founded in 1964 in the basement of the Hohenenterberg Orchestrion, at Rudolfplatz, the first discotheque in Cologne. During the breaks of the disc jockeys, among others, Frank Elstner, Ray Miller, or Jack White, he tried to entertain the guests with an orchestrion from 1903 located there. In 1974, Bushman founded Papa Joe's Jazz Club in the revitalized Old Town of Cologne, and shortly afterwards, Papa Joe's Beer Parlor, Klemperkasten. Ever since 1974, Papa Joe's Jazz Club has performed a jazz band every day, usually in swing or Dixieland style. Soul, funk, and Latin jazz are also included. In the Klemperkasten, where historic mechanical musical instruments collected by Bushman can be heard, the landlord also occasionally performed as a pianist. In his last years, Bushman continued to accompany the vocal trio, Die Schmanzetten, for which he also arranged. He also arranged a cabaret, Otto Reuter, evening, which was repeatedly performed in Cologne and the surrounding area.
The whole day's through. Just the old sweet song keeps rocking all night.
Papa Joe's Jazz Venue, M. Streckstrump. Over the years, Papa Joe's has become universally known by jazz lovers and musicians and has earned the right to call itself Germany's oldest jazz venue with live jazz daily. Even in the USA, Papa Joe's Jazz Venue is, besides the Preservation Hall in New Orleans, regarded as the world-known hotspot of live jazz. More information can be found at www.piapajos.de/Strixtirumpf. Jazz bands have been playing in Papa Joe's daily for 30 years with double concert on Sundays. Admission is always free. What kind of jazz? Whilst sipping fresh Kolsch, Cologne's local beer, and munching peanuts, you can enjoy traditional jazz, New Orleans, Dixieland, mainstream, blues, and swing. Apart from many famous international jazz bands and special guest, well-known German jazz bands also appear at Papa Joe's regularly. Homegrown Cologne bands such as the Maryland Jazz Band of Cologne, Jazz Preachers, Downtown Jazz Band, Dynamo Nippies, Holly's Hot Six, the Red Beans, Papa Joe's Jazzmen, and many others have been loyal to the Streckstrump for the last quarter of century. Papa Joe's is open daily from 8 p.m. until 3 a.m., additionally on Sundays at 4 p.m. for 4 o'clock jazz.
To me, although I smile, yes, it's not to tell you. Still get these cool dreams. While I say the road is back, it's back to you. I said, Georgia.
Some reviews. From Johannesburg, South Africa. Make sure you go to the small original one, there is another one close by. What a vibe! The band starts playing after 9 p.m. The venue is small and packed with people from all different age groups, all here to experience and to enjoy. A must when visiting Cologne. From La Palma, California, USA, our thanks to the owners, brothers Hans and Marcus Bushman, for spending some time with us. They are related to one of my husband's co-workers, and they treated us like long-lost relatives. Thanks to Rick Steves, too, for mentioning their 2 establishments in his description of Cologne. The jazz pub was going full blast when we walked in that one evening. It was packed and a German jazz band was making the place sound like we were in New Orleans. Amazing! From Berlin, Germany, dream of that old good jazz is real in Papa Joe's Jazz Local. This is fantastic target for any of us tourists. You may find all your old dreams about class music. Just fantastic atmosphere. Good professional players. What more do you need? We have been visiting Papa Joe's Jazz Local for about 8 years. Every holiday we spend close to Cologne. We go there and we have fun and very good feelings after. Even if you do not like the jazz, you will find that their jazz is simply and very nice, warm, and cozy. More interesting for demanding auditors is Wednesday pianist Gunter Adams, totally great player. Just go for it, and enjoy. Everybody in Cologne knows where that place is. From Perth, Australia, great Monday night surprise in Cologne. We were recommended to try Papa Joe's Jazz Local by a lady at the tourist information after asking what to do in the city on a Monday night. We had no expectations of what we would find and wouldn't even class ourselves as fans of jazz, but we are now. A small bar with a great atmosphere filled with locals and tourists, a great place to pass the time. Walking distance from the beautiful cathedral and central train station.
Gott, das kann ja mal passieren.
Locate a place to sit on one of the strange benches facing away from the stage, and away you go. A living legend, Papa Joe's Jazz Local has live jazz every night from traditional to slightly more modern jazz, and is packed regularly with a mix of aficionados from aging jazz heads to the occasional passing punk. Free to get in, the beer is a bit expensive, but the trip is always worth the effort. There is nothing quite like it. Open 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. Source: Cologne in Your Pocket 2006. The music doesn't stop at Papa Joe's Jazz Locale, you will find it in the summer months everywhere on the street, and let's not forget the huge carnival celebration happening every year, 6 weeks before Easter.
Broken things and sunrise. Think a little bit you. Power the tiger and the miracle of two. The Candyman. The Candyman can.
Hallo, bedankt voor het kijken naar deze productie van JM Productions. Ik hoop dat u ervan heeft genoten. U kunt abonneren door op de logo in de rechter benedenhoek te klikken. Alvast van harte bedankt en tot ziens.